What's up guys, HMK once again with some gameplay footage on Super Mario Odyssey. And I'm gonna go ahead and give my impressions of the game instead of directly talking about the footage that's going on in the game. And I just gotta say, this game is extremely fun. Before I get into anything else, I gotta thank my boys Mooncatcher and Skyward Wing for help making this video possible. And I also gotta thank Kelly for allowing me to get into the Nintendo VIP area. Kelly is my Nintendo ambassador contact. Thank you so much, Kelly. And thanks to her, me and my brother were able to play a few rounds of Super Mario Odyssey, a couple of demo rounds. I was able to play in the Sand Kingdom and the Metro Kingdom, and both of us played, but gameplay here is going to be divided between me and my brother. And you're going to see some off-screen and on-screen gameplay, and I can only max out to 10 minutes. So, aside from all that, I gotta say, I had an absolute blast playing Super Mario Odyssey. It really did feel like Super Mario 64 revitalized for me, and I'm a huge fan of that game. And so huge, I was able to cheese a demo that you're not gonna see in this footage. I played a demo after this demo in the public area, and I was able to cheese the shit out of that demo by speedrunning all the way to the boss. I'm like, yo, this is just like Super Mario 64, like the way you would cheese and stuff. But I want to talk about a few things when it comes to this game. As you saw, I bought a poncho from the shop in the Sand Kingdom in Tostinera town. Tostinera, blah 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 blah. Anyways, this Mexican-inspired desert city where all the people are like they're basically, you know, Latin-looking skeletons, and that's a huge thing in Mexican culture. I should know I'm Mexican, yeah. So I was able to buy a poncho and a sombrero from that shop using the currency of that specific world. And yes, every world will have one specific set of currency, and gold coins will be part of every world's currency. But each world will have two shops. One shop that accepts gold coins, and another shop that only accepts the exclusive coins of that area. And I'm pretty sure both shops will be able to have one power moon available for purchase. And power moons are basically like this game's own like power stars or whatever. And you can get moons all over the place. And there's grand moons when you beat bosses or do a really hardcore puzzle or whatnot. And unlike other previous Mario games where you would get a power star or a shine sprite, it sends you to, back to the beginning of the world. This game takes a bit of a Banjo-Kazooie type premise where if you get a power star or whatever, a power moon, I should say, you just keep going in the world. You just keep going to go nuts, which is something I do appreciate. You know, the world does stay the same. It doesn't reformat like it does in Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine when you decide to select a different mission or whatnot. And that's basically how the worlds run. And these worlds are massive. You can go out and explore, and there's so much to do, so many moons to collect. And some areas of each world will only be accessible or openable by wearing specific suits where you can buy in shops. Here in the Sand Kingdom, you can buy the poncho, the sombrero, and the black fedora and the black suit. But I'm pretty sure the black fedora and black suit you can buy in a different world as well. I'm pretty sure I saw it in Metro Kingdom for purchase. But, you know, I didn't really have time to run around. I just wanted to, you know, get as much done as I could in the demos. And I learned a lot of playing this game. The game controls extremely well. It handles extremely well. And aside from Mario's staple actions, the triple jump, the regular jump, the long jump, side jump, and the backflip, Mario now has this hat, Cappy, that he can throw it as a type of boomerang in order to destroy objects, kill enemies, or possess enemies, as you see many times in the trailer and in this gameplay footage. However, one thing that Kelly did bring to my attention is that enemies will have caps, similar to how you see them in Super Mario 3D World, the Super Mario 3D Land, that certain enemies do have raccoon tails that, like, you know, they take a bit of a premise of that specific game. You know, some enemies have raccoon tails and they have their raccoon abilities. Some enemies will have caps or visors or anything like that. And when they do, you will not be able to possess them, as you can see right there, where I was trying to possess a statue. That statue had a little thing that kind of was a hat. And in Metro City, a lot of times I saw people trying to possess the caps because you could do that in the demo. However, the caps have, like, you know, the little taxi sign on top of them, which counts as their cap. So I'm guessing that there's gonna be a mission in Metro City where you're gonna have to find a taxi without one of those things in order to bring a taxi to a person, and that's how you take over the taxi. So whatever enemy that doesn't have a cap, you're able to take it over and possess it and, you know, go nuts. But if they do have a visor or a cap, that's no go, and, you know, you'll be pretty much in a tight spot when you try to take them out. this game has a ton of puzzles and a ton of secrets in it, just like the Mario games of old Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64. So you're gonna have a really good time trying to figure out every little puzzle, trying to unlock all the power moons and the power stars or whatever, and try and get to every which where. And these worlds are so massive, you're gonna have a fun time sandboxing up to hell and back with Super Mario Odyssey. And that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, because although I loved Galaxy, although I love Galaxy 2, you know, you can tell those games were linear to the max, including Super Mario 3D World and Super Mario 3D Land. And I just really want to get back to the sandbox Mario, and this game, from what I played, really accomplishes all that. Of course, I like to say this game does come out in October, but what I've played so far is a demo. It felt ready. This game felt ready. But I can tell right away that this game is a demo, and it does lack a little bit of polish, and I see most of that in the Metro Kingdom. And what I mean by this is that certain parts of the level from far away doesn't really load right. It just, you know, it has really like really bad clipping when you see things from afar, especially the foot of the buildings. And when you see all the humans walking and interacting with each other, the humans, some of them run at 30 frames per second, and this game is a strong 60 frames per second game, as you can see from the footage. The 60 frames per second on this game looks really good. It fits well with everything. It just blew me away. But some humans, like when there's like too many humans, like about, like, I mean, 5 to 10 humans on screen, then a lot of them, if not all of them, will run at 30 frames per second, and that does seem kind of ugly and out of place for a game that's supposed to have, like, you know, dedicated 6 frames per second. So I hope they fix that in the final product, but it's not that big of a deal, you know, when it comes to like massive complaints or anything like that. It's not like the game was broken, like Mario Face to the Floor. I found anything that was easily exploitable. The game is tight, the game is polished, but it just needs that last bit of true Nintendo polish, you know what I mean? So, as you see here, we're exploring New Donk City, which is within Metro Kingdom and all that good jazz. And this area is gigantic, but aside from what everyone thought, it's not a true, fully explorable city. There are lots of background city that you won't be able to get to. There's a lot of city on the ground, but there are segmented areas of New Donk City that you'll be able to access by jumping or by using a power line, you know, Mario going in and fusing with the electricity and stuff, and that is a lot of coins. Oh my goodness. And yeah, there's a lot of things to collect and stuff. And speaking about coins, this game does not feature a life system where, as you see in past Mario games, when you die, you lose a life, you come back, you try to find more lives, so, you know, one-ups. But in this game, when you die or you lose a life, technically, quote unquote, you don't lose lives, you lose coins. And it seems that coins is a big deal in this game this time around. You know, in past Mario games, coins were, you know, for high scores, coins refilled your health. If you get 100 coins in certain games, you get a star. But in this case, you collect coins to actually use as spending currency to buy new things such as stickers, clothes for Mario, and power moons. And like I said before, certain areas will only be accessible if Mario is wearing a certain combination of clothes or a hat or a suit or anything like that, and there's gonna be a bunch of them. So far, the demo only has 2 confirmed playable worlds. That's the Metro Kingdom and the Sand Kingdom, as you've seen with everything else. And but so far we have confirmation of at least 5 worlds, and I'll be talking about that a little bit later in a video that I'm going to put together, like everything we know about Super Mario Odyssey, and I hope you guys look forward to that. And just, this game is massive, and if we already have 5 worlds, and Metro Kingdom and Sand Kingdom are any indicator that these worlds are truly huge, I just can't wait to see how many worlds we're going to get in Super Mario Odyssey. I've tried to ask my contact to see, like, if she knew any of the amount of worlds, but all she told me is that expect a lot. You know, she wouldn't give me a direct number, but I'm expecting somewhere in the vicinity of 15. 20 would be 20 would be great, but that sounds like a number that will be increased by perhaps DLC. I wouldn't be, you know, too angry at the notion of Super Mario Odyssey DLC, especially since we're getting all these suits and stuff like that. It seems they're taking a good, you know, play card from Breath of the Wild, where Mario can get all these suits just like Link was able to get all those attires from Breath of the Wild, which actually does other things and unlocks other secrets. So I mean, if we have downloadable costumes for Mario, maybe Mario could get Link's attire in DLC from around Super Mario Odyssey. I would appreciate, like, you know, DLC costumes, DLC worlds, and something like that would work very well with the notion of Super Mario Odyssey. But I just like to say this game was a blast to play. It's honestly my best of E3. Aside from some complaints in like the graphical department, everything feels great. Attacking with Cappy, running around with Mario. Mario has Circle Raid for my Kingdom Hearts fans. They know what it means. It's just great. So guys, that's my impressions for Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. It's launching October 27th worldwide. I can't wait for you guys to experience this game. So guys, until the next video on Super Mario Odyssey, please like, share, favorite, subscribe, all that good jazz. Until the next video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.